Hello, this is Safety Condensing Platform. My name is Alakpai Mogene. We're talking on the rules of a fire warden. Who is a fire warden now? A fire warden basically is an officer who has authority to direct in the safe evacuation of a building, extinguishing of fires, or order what precautions shall be taken against fires. Simply, an officer who has authority, okay, to direct in the safe evacuation of a building. He's also learned, he's also trained, okay, in extinguishing of fires, and he also gives order on precautions to be taken against fires. Qualifications of the fire warden: must be a trained individual on fire safety and thus be able to understand the common causes of fire and be able to carry out both preventative and protective measures. The identity of a fire warden in emergency situation: unlike this situation, a fire warden in the event of emergencies and drills is supposed to be identified by a yellow or orange armband, reflective yellow jacket, whistle, and a megaphone. These are common identities of a fire warden. Okay, you can see these. Okay, okay. These are clear identification marks. Okay, that you always find on a fire warden. Okay, the reflective jacket increases visibility on him, okay, during emergency situation. All right, okay, this is another example. You can see the reflective vest. You can see the reflective vest. Okay, that's increased visibility on this fire warden. Okay, this is the armband talked about earlier. Rules of a fire warden: wear the designated identification, okay, during fire drills and emergency evacuations. Ensure that emergency exits are constantly free of obstructions. Ensure that power sources are completely cut off. Activate the fire alarm. Ensure all persons are evacuated from the floor of the building during emergency. Assist persons with disabilities and visitors where possible, because your safety comes first. Proceed to designated exit and remain outside the door to discourage re-entry to the building until the all clear signal is given by security personnel or chief warden. Verbally encourage occupants to evacuate the floor while moving toward the designated exit and prevent the use of the lift. You need to encourage occupants. You don't drag or push occupants to evacuate. You verbally encourage them to evacuate the floor while moving towards the designated exit and prevent the use of the lift. Only if there's no immediate danger, ensure that all windows and doors are closed on en route to exit. Depending upon the type of emergency, stand by to provide information to emergency responders. Okay, must be able to identify unsafe conditions and acts and give necessary corrective actions. Should identify hazardous and risk locations and give necessary recommendations. If fire is small and can be easily extinguished, fight fire with appropriate portable extinguishers. Okay, emphasis is on if fire is small and can be easily extinguished. Okay, you don't try to be an hero where you know the fire is not small. Okay, where the fire is not small, there are procedures to follow. But once the fire is small, you can activate portable fire extinguishers to put it out, since you have been trained on basic use of fire extinguishers. Okay, in continuation of rules of the fire warden, you report fire incidents, okay, to the appropriate authorities. Where where practicable, maintain a list of floor occupants, okay, particularly those persons who may require assistance during evacuation. Okay, that's where roll call comes in, okay, so as to account for everyone in the building. Ensure that egress or emergency exits are always free of obstructions and easily accessible. Ensure fire points are free of obstructions also, okay. Fire points are basically where you have the fire fighting equipment or fire extinguishers. Okay, they must be free of obstructions because there might be the need for you to make use of any of the firefighting equipment during emergencies. Note, wardens are not expected to unnecessarily delay their own exit from the building or to jeopardize their own safety at any time. Okay. Trained Federal Fire Brigade are fully equipped in terms of equipment and safety kits to fight large fires. So it is not the role of a fire warden to fight large fires. That was why I said earlier that if the fires are large, there are procedures to follow. Okay, you will need to activate your emergency response procedures in escalating the fire incident to the fire brigade team. Okay, either the federal or the state fire service, you need to escalate such fire incident or accident to them. So they are basically trained. The fire brigade team from the federal or state fire services are usually very trained to fight large fires. So you don't need to endanger yourself as a fire warden to fight large fires. Where the fire is large, escalate the fire incident to the fire brigade team to quickly respond in putting out large fires. Okay. Note, do not continue to fight a fire if it is dangerous to do so. There is a possibility that your exit route may be cut off. Do not continue to fight a fire. Do not continue to fight a fire if the fire is not extinguished after using two portable extinguishers. Do not continue to fight a fire if there are gas cylinders or flammable liquids threatened by the fire. Okay, where there are gas cylinders or flammable liquids, there is the possibility that you'll be exposed to the risk of explosion. Okay, so care must be taken with respect to that. Okay, the role of a fire warden in a building actually goes a long way in protecting lives and property and ultimately the environment. This cannot be over. Thank you so much. Where you have comments or feedback, kindly drop in your comments on my YouTube page. And if you found this presentation very useful, you can also give me feedback or comments and hit the thumbs up button. Thank you.